Hello, good companions. I'm Asma Molzam Shariflu, and I'm at your service with the training course on designing infographic resumes with the help of PowerPoint software. Without wasting time, let's go and learn how we can design our resumes much more creatively and attractively with the help of PowerPoint and increase our chances of getting the desired job position. First, it is necessary to get acquainted with the word infographic. Infographic is created from the combination of two words, information and graphic. When we summarize and categorize our information and combine it with graphic elements, we have an infographic. An infographic can be composed of various visual components, such as icons, timelines, text, images, charts, and diagrams. We can creatively combine these different graphic elements to create an attractive infographic. As you know, employers may receive a large number of resumes daily in order to hire their colleagues for a job position. Maybe you are considering a job position in which you want to be employed. The first and most effective thing you can do is design your resume differently than others. By the time your resume reaches the employer, your resume should be different from other people's resumes so that you can win in this competition and increase your chances of getting that job position. Because our brain usually processes images 60,000 times faster than text. Imagine your employer receiving your resume that is made in Word files in a very simple way and full of text. Well, now imagine your resume that is in the form of an infographic and is combined with attractive images and the creative design is presented to the employer. And of course, your employer can communicate better with your visual resume, which is in the form of an infographic resume, and as I told you, here his brain can process your resume that consists of images much faster. I can also say that infographics are one of the best and fastest ways to transfer information. Well, we want to go as job seekers and get a job position that we like, and we want to introduce ourselves to our employer in the best possible way and in the shortest possible time and explain what we have done so far. So now we can use these infographics. We can do this very well and creatively and in the fastest possible time without wanting to take too much of the employer's time. We can achieve the best results and increase our chances to get that job position. If you first design your resume in the form of an infographic and then publish it on your social networks and website, the probability that people will send your resume to each other will greatly increase, and this will make you get very good job positions in the future and be seen more and be more successful. Next, I want to examine the difference between a CV and a resume together. Why do I say infographic resume? Why don't I say infographic CV? Because we write our information in a much more detailed manner in a CV. But in the resume, our information is categorized and very brief. So we use resume information to design an infographic resume, not CV information. So, as I told you that we have two types of resumes. There is a situation where we can start writing our resumes in Word files and have a normal resumes like everyone else. We should be creative and design our own resumes in the form of infographic and send this infographic file to the employer. Instead of constantly writing in our resume, we are creative. Well, why don't we show this creativity in our design? Instead of constantly saying that we are creative, we should show our creativity to the employer by designing a creative infographic resume. The idea is very important in infographic design. I suggest that before you come to the PowerPoint software, take a piece of paper and a pencil and draw the ideas that come to your mind for infographic design on it. This issue will help you to be more creative, although I have prepared projects for you that will help you a lot in the idea generation section. We will do projects together that this issue and this exercise will help you to find ideas, act much better and differently. Now we want to address the concept that we want to categorize our information and in which categorizes it is better to put it. We have not yet gone to the design. Now we are in the stage of classifying the resume information. It is better to put our personal information such as first and last name, personal photo, and ways of contact us at the beginning of the resume. My dear friends, when we design our resume as an infographic, it is our responsibility to tell the employer what information to see from us first and then what other information to show her or him. I definitely recommend you put your name and contact details at the beginning of your resume so that the first thing the employer sees from you is your personal information and contact details and your first and last name. And then you can mention your education as well as the training courses that you have passed, whether in person or online, as well as the skills that you have or work experiences. You can even mention your hobbies so that the employer gets to know you better. But depending on which organization you are sending your resume to, you can change the order of presenting the information. For example, if you are sending a resume to a scientific center, then it is better to put your education first and then your work experiences. But if you are sending a resume to a company where your skills and work experiences are more important to the employer, it is better to put the skills and work experiences or skill training courses you have completed first. And then mention your education. So be sure to pay attention to the priority of providing information in the resume according to where you are sending your resume. In this section, we learned about the concept of infographics and infographic resumes, and we understood what the advantage of having an infographic resume can be for us, and we also learned in which categories we can present our resume information. Next, we enter the design phase. The first step for infographic design is to get our color palette, because we should not make our resume too colorful. We should have a special color palette and using the same colors to design our resume for the beginning to the end. We will learn in the next section how we can have a standard color palette for our resume.